Hey everybody, my name is Roy Cannaday, and my kids love coloring and coloring books, getting all the scrap pieces of paper from around the house and drawing little doodles on it. So when Haba came out with this game, Color It, I was super interested to check it out and see how it would work with my little ones, because it kind of gamifies the whole coloring aspect. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at Color It. So there are several different modes you can play this game in. There's actually two, but you're going to basically have several different dice here and different color pencils that basically show the different sides of the die here. They're the same colors that match. And then you're gonna have 4 different pads with all sorts of different pads of different copies of the same thing there. So you can play the game a whole bunch of times with just the coloring stuff that's in the box here. So let's talk about the first, sort of like the easy mode of play here. So basically you're going to, for this one, you're going to get rid of one of the dice that have numbers on it. And these dice are from 1 to 3. So you're going to get rid of one of those for this mode of play. And this is kind of like the free-for-all mode where you can kind of do whatever. So you're going to roll the dice. Each player is going to roll their dice, and they're going to fill out a color. So I have a 2 here, so I have to find a thing that has the 2 on it. So the door here or any of these windows. And then I have to choose one of the colors here to color my thing. So I can either choose red or purple. Cool, which one do I want to pick? I guess we should have a red door here on this house. So I'd color that house in red, and then I would pass the dice to the next person. So they would then have it, and they would roll the dice and try to get something. Of course, on their house, they would be able to do whatever colors they wanted. And if they got a 2 and a yellow and a green, then they would be able to, they could make their door yellow or green, or they could make their windows yellow or green. So depending on what you roll, you can get different things. And basically the way it's going to work is at the end of the game, a lot of this is going to be all filled up. You're each going to be rolling, and there's going to be certain numbers that you're not going to have filled. And you're really going to be trying to roll and get that specific number. But this is really enjoyable for the kids, as they can, depending on what they roll, they have a little bit of a choice of what they do for different colors, and they can end up making their house or their hot air balloon look however they want. And that's for the first mode of gameplay. These are the recommended ones you start with for that, for the coloring. So you're going to be coloring as that goes along. And then there is the simultaneous play variant that's a little bit more different. So this one, you're going to have both dice. So each player's going to, you're just going to roll the dice for everybody. So you roll the dice, and everybody can then make a choice. So this doesn't have quite as much choice, but there is blue here. So the only color you can use is blue, since that's the only thing that's rolled. And each player on their own thing, which they would all have the same ones. Let's just use the rainbow for example here. They would have to choose a space that is either a 1 or 2 space, and they would color it blue. So let's say I want to start my blue here on the rainbow on this 1. So we're going to start with this side right here of the rainbow being a 1. Since this is the smallest piece, I'm assuming or hoping that blue is going to be the one that's rolled the least, because I'm only going to have 3 spaces I'm allowed to put blue in. Now, all of these spaces are going to have to be blue in this line of the rainbow, but I'm going to have choices on what the other colors are. So then we roll again, and everybody has different choices. Different people could have put the blue in different spaces on the board if they wanted to. So the star is any color you want, but I would have to put any color I wanted in the 1 spot. So let's see, I really like green, so maybe I will put my green right here in this 1 spot. That seems good. And then other people might have made completely different choices or done completely different colors. Maybe somebody decided to double up on the blue, even though you're going to be kind of limiting yourself there. If they had put a blue somewhere else and then put another blue, maybe that could have happened for them, and they could start further out here, and they might be doing better than I am. Maybe you're following along at home and you're already doing better than me. So then I can roll the die, and I got 3s again. So I can only put it in a 3 space, and then it's either blue or green. Well, I could choose to put in the blue here, but since blue only has 2 spaces left, I'm going to put it in the green because it has more spaces left. So since this line is only green, we're going to put the green here. Then we roll the die again, and of course everybody is doing the same thing at the same time. And now I have a 2 or 1 to choose from, and there's blue and yellow. Oh, I think I want to start working on the yellow stuff. So we're going to put yellow over here, and we put it in the 1 spot. And the game is going to get tighter and tighter, and there'll be opportunities where you won't be able to color anything because you can only color in the certain part of the rainbow that matches. So now I got a 3 for yellow. Okay, awesome. Or I could start the purple. I need to get on that purple because I'm going to have a lot of purple spaces to do. So I'm going to start with the one purple here, and that's going to get colored up. So then we're going to roll the dice again, and let's see. And the funny thing is I'm just enjoying how the game's working because I'm just like, oh, let's just keep playing. Let's just keep going and seeing what we can color in next. We need to get that purple done more. So we're going to do the 2 purple. And you're hoping that you're going to end up being able to play more of your things at the end based off of what everybody else is doing. And you're all simultaneously picking what your colors, what number and which color you're going to be using. So we got green here. We got a 1 green. Let's go ahead and do the 1 green. So now my green's going to be extremely limited because I only have the 2 spot left. Well, I could fill in that 2 spot, or I could just go ahead and go with red, which I did not even have on my rainbow. So if red is ever rolled now, I have blue, yellow, or blue, green, yellow, and purple. So if I don't actually have a choice to do red at all. So I am forced to do my green here. And my rainbow is actually redless. Okay, so now we can do that purple. Cool. And we shall do, I really don't have the choice for the blue because my greens are already all done. And let's see. Man, I need yellow. Yellow needs to be rolled. I can't do anything at all with that. Well, yes, no, I can't because my purples are 3s and no 3 was rolled. So another player, depending on the choices they made, would be able to color something in right now, and now I'm falling behind. Basically, you can see how the game goes. The first person to actually finish their entire thing is the winner of the game. So super cute little coloring game. Let's take a look at my thoughts. So Color It's a very simple and interesting game with the 2 different modes of play. One mode you're just kind of rolling and see who can, what you're gonna color, you kind of get to choose whatever. But the second mode I think is the more interesting one where you're rolling and everybody at the same time is having to choose the number and the color dice and you're trying to race to get the things out. It makes the gameplay simultaneous, but then it also allows that aspect of trying to figure out what's the best color to put in what place at what time and making sure you leave yourself open for a little bit of options on coloring your stuff. It's cool because there's the whole rainbow one where you're just each like ray of the rainbow has to be a specific color. And you always, once you start a color there, you have to continue with that across. So based off of what gets rolled, different players are going to fill out their little coloring sheet differently. Mike has definitely enjoyed this because it was a lot of fun seeing how to color up different ones. We played with the regular mode where you're just coloring whatever you want, and we were talking about, oh, I'm going to color this section this color and color that section that color, and you're just trying to see who can finish theirs first. And it was just fun to see what colors we each chose to color in the different pieces. Then in the other mode, you're going to be trying to, of course, you're more limited in what you can color and where, but then it makes you have those little bit of interesting decisions to make as the game goes along. Definitely a lot of fun. Color It. If your kids are into coloring at all and they are excited about doing like taking turns or looking at what colors they can color in different places, definitely check out Color It. I thought it was a lot of fun for our family. So yeah, definitely thumbs up for us. Let me know what kind of coloring books your kids like to check out and what you're doing with your family down in the comments below. Games are always fun to spin together, and I'll see you guys on the next one.